that is leading fire on board ako rated 2600. Mwenye anamfuata the guy following him 2590. Actually kuna a lot of 2500. Over 6 players are over 2500. Yeah, so the game starts. we'll look at the rankings once the tournament is over. I didn't want to change the board setup, the one that I currently have. So first guy tunapatana naye Shalf from Israel. Ako rated 1100. The problem with this kind of tournament, sometimes you can underestimate a person rating, and you play a simple game and then you realize the guy was sandbagging. So you should participate in this tournament if you are not afraid of dropping points. Don't be surprised when you lose to 1000. Okay. So what should we do for? I might want to trade these bishops. I might want to go for this pawn break. So which move should we prioritize? Let's start attacking this bishop also, because we are taking away this outpost. It's just going to drop a pawn. So it's not possible to go for that outpost again. Okay, let's try and trade these bishops given the chance. At least for now we know this move still playable. I don't think you will play that move, but it's playable. Hmm? 1000 unajiona GM. Yeah, sometimes you can find very strong but there are certain there's a certain rating you can predict how they are going to play. Especially, okay, this is a true 1000 because tuna notice, first of all, after the opening phase of the game has ended, ako a bit stranded, like he don't know the plan. If you've noticed, he's struggling to find a good plan because of so that we can say it's a true 1000. But sometimes actually there was a time a 1000 rated player, he had a performance rating of 2600. Basically ali win every game, na most of the games alikuwa na win was against 2300s. So you wouldn't expect even me, I don't think I can win against 2300 with 80% accuracy, like 80% of the games. It's impossible. So basically that guy was cheating. There's no way 1000 unaweza convince that he can play a game with could have a performance rating. And the funny thing, when you're looking at the other version like Bullet, gonna cheza with so many blunders. Okay, I don't know what this position requires. I want to win this pawn, but there's no direct way of winning it. Once I move my knight, he's going to bring this rook. So I'm thinking this is the time we go for pawn break, because this bishop is trying maybe to activate the bishop on that diagonal. So you don't let him activate this bishop. Okay. So this is the target, I guess you take, let him. Okay, now you see the blunders you were saying. He's playing like 1000. So he was saying this pawn because he was attacking it twice. But one, okay, am I trapping my queen? Be serious. Okay. So this pin is attacked. Okay, we do this. Sack. Okay, I think that's the only move we have. Otherwise our queen was being trapped without compensation. Nice game. If you saw that tactic, I think the guy is sharp. And also our time situation is not the best, but at least we have this check, so we don't have to worry. Okay, we continue hitting this queen. He wants to trap our queen. Also we could have evacuated like this, but why give up the open file? But now if he captures, you have to take. Okay, remember this blunder because of this fork, so he has to be careful. So the only move I'm seeing is this, but it's also a blunder because of this fork. Still, so yeah, but in a work. So yeah, our queen is not getting trapped. So what I'm looking is this knight. Can this knight do any damage? Okay, he has this square, but then what? The only way I'm seeing an attack is maybe using the queen and somehow the knight, but you can easily refute that move, so you don't need to think about it. So pawn break. I think pawn break there is a mate in pair. Yeah, pawn break is just mate, check and mate. So he has also the, okay, this move is hanging the queen. I guess I can confidently say we have a superior position. So basically any moves he makes, unless pawn moves, not really that. Yeah, basically he can only move pawns safely. Okay. I don't like this infiltration. Surprisingly, this guy is finding some of the good moves. We just continue harassing this queen. This check hammer, and he might trap his own queen. I think he was trying to take away this check. That's what he's been trying to do. But I guess now okay. At first we must kick this knight, so that when we deliver this check we have this option, winning the rook. But if we do, yeah, okay, let's play it out. We do this because we are going to win that rook. Okay, started check. We said this still can't work. Yeah, let's hit this. I think there is mate, right? This mate, not really. We need this to deliver the mate. Now we are cooking mate. Was that guy 1100? Maybe. We're not sure, but He was able to find some good moves. I think what happened is after the opening phase, he played a very good opening, but after the opening phase was done, kidogo akakuwa stranded. Ama he lacked good ideas. But that usually happens, especially ukicheza 1800s, 1600s. Yeah, 1600s. They can spot very good tactics na kucheza very good opening, but once the opening phase is done, you can feel that their quality of play will reduce. So this was made because yeah. Okay, let's look at other games before. Kuna 2 more games that are ongoing. Now this guy Meisha. Okay. So our target today is to finish, to get 8 points. I think the most we've gotten out of this tournament is 7 points out of 11. Let's play the Karkan. Our second opponent from USA, Avril. At least when you ukiona this diamond membership, not a lot of people cheat with the diamond membership. Most cheaters wanakuanga the free version. So you have to be aware of these tactics in the Karakan, especially this exchanged. Okay, I guess yeah, let's do this. I know at some point this is a move, so there's no need to allow. Okay. We need to quick up that knight. I don't know how we are kicking out this knight, but it needs to be gone. Let's bring this rook. At some point we might skewer the it's a very bold giving up okay, interesting. So immediately we note this queen is under skewer, so we can win some tempos, but the move is prepping is this. We also need to work on that. King safety. How are you getting our king to safe? Probably trade. If you can force queen trades, we'll get a good position. I can get out of that, but we're giving him this check. Take, trumpet this check. So maybe we shouldn't allow those checks. Let's try and offer trades like this. Of course, he doesn't want trades. Give him that trade. Okay, anatupia queen. We should take the queen, right? Check and then just take the queen. I wanted to play this defensive move, but a queen. I think it's a queen. And now I'm trading this knight. My name is Ohio Sigma 7. Hi Ohio. Yeah, he's a very aggressive player. The only problem with him is that his pieces were not that remember, if you are planning to sacrifice a piece, you should make sure that your continuation, you have a very, either you are winning or you are getting a very good position. But sacrificing and trying to figure out the rest, that's not a good strategy. So in this position, I realized this knight, it was a very good sack. Of course, you have to accept that this, he sacked the knight at e6. So he was winning a pawn with check. But then the only thing that made his sacrifice not to work, it was rushed. First of all, his king needed some protection. Like, you don't just sack and then you allow some counter attacks. So if he had castled maybe and the rook was maybe placed on e1, it would have been a very strong sacrifice. Yeah, but yeah. So you realize even after this move, we still have tactics because of pain. So your sacrifice, it wasn't a sound sacrifice. Again, Pierre giving up the queen. So remember, I wanted to move my king to safety, but I didn't want to give him this square, this check that comes with the check. So that's why nimekuwa willing to give up 2 tempos, but haku acknowledge my last move, because at least now once I can start running. But yeah, akakuja na this. Okay, tulijua he has this check, but really giving up a queen. I almost played this move, but a queen is a queen, so you had to accept the queen. Tuangalie other games that are ongoing. Kuna lots of games, there is these guys, Arches and Moes. Black is winning. But it's not that simple. HSGs. But if you're wondering, where do you get to play these strong players? So this is one of those tournaments, but I may give up. Okay, it's a good idea, nataka these checks, ama nataka promote this, but I don't think your conversion it's sound. Okay, still winning. Yeah, he's still winning. Black are very solid, it can't be checked, and this move is promoting. Nice game. Oh, ataki compare this check. Yeah, no, it's just winning. So this check at escape. Even okay, pia mekosea, I think. Ange check and then a promote. Yeah, he's still winning, but conversion technique of black. This might be a drawn game. Sigma. Yeah, that was unnecessary. Giving away two pawns. Remember, we said in the end game, pawns are the most important piece. So you don't want to be giving pawns for free, unless sacrificing a pawn gives you either a tactic or a nasty tempo. This fork, nice conversion. Just Okay, even that is winning. Imekuwa brutal 1800 anacheza with the 2400 yeah, but this is lost even for 2400. The time situation and tutaangalia which other game inakaa interesting. There is kuna a couple of games that are ongoing na most people wamepewa 2300 maybe next game tutapewa this 2500s. This tournament we saw kuna 8 people wako rated 2500 and above, so 2500, so maybe I don't know, maybe tutapewa 2500. There's this again white is better, but time this is GG's but time hii tournament imekuwa na lots of underdogs. GG's. Hey, with 0.5 seconds. Naonekana underdogs ndio it's their time to shine. Tuone these other guy. Is the underdog shining in this? Yeah. Hey. 1500 vile amechezea that 1980 guy. Yeah, we get a 2500 as you had predicted. Yeah, let's see. Bro had mate in one. Yeah, that's mate in one. So we play let's play the Catalan. Tuone how well 2500 knows of the Catalan. Okay, that's a good move. That's a good move. So let's stop this pawn expansion. We give him options. Tutaki ku struggle under time pressure. We must recapture this pawn. If we fail to recapture the pawn, we'll just have a worse position. So at least he can't capture with the queen, so he's only forced to do this. But once we recapture, we are still attacking this. So once we castle, we are going to gang up on this pawn very soon. How does the line go? Okay, it's hard to tell. I don't know what's the plan. I think shida tutaenda low on time. We should not be using this time to think. Let's gambit this pawn. I feel we should release more pieces into the game, even if we are down all these pawns. Yeah, actually tungeanza na check, but yeah, tungeanza na check. But this advantage ametupatia of all of these pieces, we should be able to do something. We should be able to do some damage. We should be able to do some damage, I'm thinking. Just down a pawn, Okay. Okay, I think tuchukue pawn. tunachukua rook. Okay, so it's a bummer. You have to give up a pawn surely. Yup. It's a bad continuation from us. So basically you have to give him that rook. Okay, chukua rook. It's not a good end game here. Not a good end game. Not a good end game. I think we should keep a pair of rooks given the chance. But of course this guy hataki kutupia rooks. I guess hii ilikuwa option, wazi. Okay, metupea hii. I think we just grab, tukue greedy. But here na trap hii bishop. I'm not sure about it. I'm just not sure about it. Okay, we can push to attack. We don't have check. Okay. I think we have to give him this. Let's start pushing our pawn. We need to start pushing this pawn. We are losing a pawn, Yeah. Sheesh. It's not a good end game. It's just lost position. Akona a lot of pawns. At least angekuwa na all these pawns, tungekuwa na hopes. But without this, atasaki hii rook to play a simpler position. So basically you just have to wait, a waiting move. Because tijua tu atasaki hiyo. That was always an idea. This is lost. Sheesh. Okay, let's try and be sneaky, but I don't think I'll fall for tricks. So the trick was akichukua, maybe once I capture, I can be able to gain something. Yeah, this is just lost. Once he matches the king, nice game. But why? Sheesh. Took an outside passed pawn. We can't and the time situation is not the best. Push. So I'm hoping for some stalemate ideas, but I don't think I'll have a stalemate. Yeah, this is bad. Nice game, Matisan from European Union. We get our first loss against a 25-49. To put only -1. Simba. Okay, let's look at other games. Luxy, thanks for the gifts. So Nguyen is the underdog and is winning. Just do this and you get to push. It's bad. It's a very good move, It's just a free pawn. GG's. How do you lose such a position? All you needed to do is just move the king, but to give up your no, not really. It's gonna work. Tactics. So this, but the funny thing in this game, you might it might be a drawn game, because remember when you said about the queen pawn end game, queens are usually very tricky. So all you need to make sure is you must have checks. If you can't check your opponent's king, then you know you have a worse queen end game. So on these checks, okay, now it's just losing. So on those checks, so whenever you are not checking, make sure you either grabbing a pawn or a threatening mate. This is just winning for black. If you find the best continuation, I think king activity, push. So he needs to create two threats. At some point he needs to advance this pawn or this. This is just winning. Yeah, push again, check and collect this. Yeah, Guyen. Wacha tuangalia, are there any other underdogs in this tournament? There's this Gokuleg. It's winning for black, but it's very hard. Have you ever checkmated a guy with these two pieces? So basically, if black wants to win, he should make sure this king is pushed to either of these corners, because he has a dark squared bishop. So your aim should be make sure the white king is pushed to the corner of your bishop. So in this case, either of those two squares will be winning for black. Of course, if you're white, you try to avoid these corners. If you have to use a corner, you try to use this and this. It's a very tricky end game. Basically, I haven't won a game with those two pieces. This is mate. Another underdog is winning. Hey, how comes? So the standings, okay, let's see. Okay, to put the other game. So we should not underestimate these people. 1600 with the 2 points is a strong player. Okay, e4, d4. We played the Slav. Okay, this gambit. I don't know. This, it's what is the gambit called? Take. Okay. So we need to prioritize our king safety as fast as possible. So there's this check, but you don't need to address that check. Let's start with this move. I think if you can manage to castle our king, we are surviving his attacks. Especially after those moves, those are a bit slow. So he wants to trade these bishops once I castle. Okay, we'll give you that. Of course, you are capturing this. Okay, now let's trade bishops. I don't mind trading bishops. Okay, now we don't trade. So I wasn't minding trading this bishop because I was winning this pawn. So, but since I may protect that pawn, there's no need of giving him a bishop. So we also need to mind our piece development. We are a bit slow. So this is a good move, this is a good move. I'm thinking we start with this because in as we are this so he only anaweza develop on that diagonal, but bado tuna neutralize both attacks, and also may neutralize this jump, so it's a multi-purpose move. Okay, at some point I think atapush a sacrifice. Do we need to worry about that move? I think we can force trades. Take. So this move is coming, or we should give up our knight. I think it's time we get this bishop, because we've been given that opportunity. We just take. Because remember, that bishop will be very strong. It's the only piece that can weaken our king. Okay, you have to get out of this, hit this and this. Okay, I'm guessing if we place our knight tutakuwa na extra protection. Probably is going to sacrifice something. This position demands a sacrifice, so he wants to move the knight. That's how we protect this pawn. Okay, I don't know what is going to sacrifice, but we know it's something, either the rook. Yeah, let's provide extra protection. This square is a bit weak. It's been attacked. And also we should be able to launch our pawn storm. Yeah, we said he was moving the knight. Where's the knight going? I guess we offer trades. I think we can offer trade because I want to push these pawns, so the queen is going to move at some point, we know for sure. So let's go for him trades in the meantime. Of course he won't trade queens. Actually another trade, but I don't mind playing that end game if he decides to trade queens. I don't think we are worse. We start pawn storm. It's a bit slow, but we have to play it. Etojo at some point is ready to sacrifice, but I'm not seeing how we are getting mated in a few moves. So push, tutachukua, so take. Okay, anatupatia breathing space. Push, anaweza push. Okay, pia kuna hii move. I think ameshindwa continuation because he's not sure about how to go after this. So that's a kind of stand. Okay, so does that move do anything? Probably wants this square in conjunction with this. Probably nataka to move this piece, that's why I'm protecting. So he's either cooking something of this sort. Okay, let's continue with our attack. Are you going to push or okay, I guess now we take. Okay, we need more pieces to checkmate this guy. Let's try piling these two pieces like this. We know this move would have been ideal, or this, but I feel like these pieces zinataka harmony, so tuna lose hii pawn Okay, let's offer him trade. We play the end game. Okay, can you activate these pieces? This is the move. And at some point at a later, this should we allow that? Okay, time. Damn, to a lot of time, 20 seconds. So you have to remove every move from here. Nice game, nice game. This guy ameweza kuona all our what will I say, ameweza kuona all our plans. It's a very strong guy. Okay, time. No time, no time, no time, no time, no time, no time, no time. No, some for this a fork. How do we actualize that fork? Spot your fork. Nice of you. Okay, we do this. Okay, don't have time, Nice game, nice game. Let's not review. I've review by mistake. It's a nice game. I think we spent a lot of time. I don't know what happened. We spent a lot of time finding these moves. We forgot you were playing a blitz, but it was winning for us. Yeah, my diamond membership expired, so sijacheza tuta. Okay, let's just review my game. What's happening? Oh, so we've lost 2 games in a row. Oh, this game in okay, the 1300, but that 1600 guy amecheza very solid, good chess. We are able to see through his attacks, but time management has caught up with us. But you are winning actually. This position is just winning. Okay, get another 1500. So you're not gonna relax. So make your move. Let's play the Karokan again against the 1500. Actually, it's easier playing the exchange variation whenever you're playing this Karokan. I think that should not supposed to work sure, but another mistake, mixing moves. Okay, we have check. Okay, to pay your check, but now we take the check. That's why you never go attacking whenever you're king. You should start thinking of attacks if you've castled or you have king safety. But this guy really wants to castle, eh? Okay, let's do this. So I'm just up a piece. I should have a very comfortable position throughout the game. The extra piece, you will feel the effects of extra piece. Where are you taking your rook? So I want these bishops to be pointing at this king at all the time. Okay, just take this an exchange, and there are some ideas. Okay, I'm to pay a queen. Why? Yeah, these guys are 1500. So we play this move so that he doesn't get to develop this bishop, and also it's you are pinning this bishop, right? Yeah, this is GG's. I think these are genuine 1500. I don't feel to pay any kind of pressure. Actually, this is the move to prevent him doing this. And now you're threatening mate. That's just mate. Okay, not really, but almost. Well, let me lock in. Acha to not. Yeah, but you're still winning. Unfortunately, you have a lot of pieces. It's only that sikuwa patient. You know, I'm used to people resigning. Whenever ukicheza and you are up significant material, most of the people usually just resign. So you don't expect the game to continue. Okay, but I guess we'll play on. Yeah, we'll just play on. It's hard to blunder again this game, eh? And then we try to I don't know. Oh, but there might be stalemate ideas, eh? That's what is banking on, stalemate. Okay, let's just end this game pretty fast, eh? Stop this dilly-dallying. Get to that corner. Take it on. Yeah, let's just end it, eh? Oh, tutachukua our piece, eh? Okay. I don't want to stalemate this guy. Try to look at other games. So also this ongoing tournament, eh? Ameniambukiza 1500. Yeah, they're mysterious. Yeah, hey, how do you hang a queen? I guess pia I thought I was cooking mate. I ended up hanging a queen. I think at some point I started relaxing You know, some games ukicheza when you're completely winning, you just relax, eh? So white can't move this because it's hard, eh? So he needs to make a commit or move. He needs remember what we said about checkmating. A queen needs at least a piece or a pawn, either a piece, a pawn, so that you get the mate. So check is covering the checks, it's covering that square, can be checked. And he also needs to worry about this. But he can easily blunder once he does this, and remember he doesn't have this check. Okay, it's a good conversion, I mean win. Yeah, white is just winning. In this game they played the Scotch. Now this game ongoing, a 1900 but then I played against that 25. I should have won against that guy, the 2500 guy. Apart from I was down an exchange, eh? We didn't took aware of that tactic. We were dropping a bishop, but usually in the Catalan, that light squared bishop is the piece that gives you tactics. So who's better in this position? I think I prefer white. Because of the outside pass pawn. Which opening did they play actually? Curious to see any opening gani. Vibratic, thanks for the gifts. Yeah, white is still much better, but the problem is how is he activating the king? It's a bit hard, eh? He might settle for a draw. Just have to repeat moves. Remember, the king is also an end game piece, so I guess up he can just repeat moves. Why are you giving up this protection? Are you going to? Yeah, that's just lost. Anachukua. Yeah, I guess it's a drawn game, but I wouldn't settle for a draw under 40 seconds with the 2400 wanakuanga very tricky. Hata 2300 blitz, sijui kama you watch nitango aje our other chess streamers kama kina this guy from Jamaica, Hakim. So now the way Hakim is able to pre-move and is pre-moving best moves. That guy, I think under 5 seconds anaweza make like 10 good moves. So I wouldn't want to be on a time scramble with a strong blitz player. So because una realize white needs to think, like how is it just pre-move every move and it's taking time. They both had the equal number of so you should not have traded the rooks, because ikifika ni ku flag it'll just worse. I'm a drop here. And it's not that white is cheza, but it's just that under time pressure, the kind of moves when you don't kuja kuona enough in like a strong blitz players. It's just that they're able to process. Yeah, that game amekuwa flagged in 11 seconds, but white was winning. Kuna one more game that is ongoing as what. game. So we get our round 5. So our aim today, remember I said, is to get 8 games out of 11. I think that will be our new record, if we're able to get 8 games. We get another 1600. So remember the last game we lost on time. So I'd rather we don't lose more time with these people. Let's not underestimate these guys. So remember, in the Queen's Gambit, also most d4 openings, you always want to place 2 pawns at the center of the board. So Monotisi Catalan is just like the Queen's Gambit. You always want 2 pawns at the center. So you don't need to overthink. To pay move, and then what? Move, you gain more tempo, you go back, then we enter their side. Makes sense. Now to choose this move, it's also a move, but I think after that, first of all we do this. We want to use this outpost for our knight, and also this queen in a bit suspicious. It can be easily trapped. At least it looks like it can be. So we go in. So this move, where are you moving your queen? Where are you? Out to my hang piece. Damn. Nice game. We just hang a piece. Sheesh. Nice game, nice game, nice game. That's why you never overreact. Huh? It's going to be a hard one. Huh? Trade, check. Sheesh. That's a big. So you are dropping another pawn. Yeah, you're just worse. So the only hope here is to flag this guy. I don't know why we pre-moved to drop a pawn, and also the other pawn is coming off. I think he wants to trade as many pieces as possible in the end game. Okay. Probably he wants queen trades. We are happy to trade. Give us the open file at least. It's the least we can do. This is reasonable. Nice game. I don't think to break our all-time record that we had planned. I think let's just resign and watch other games. It's frustrating. I don't think I can be stalemated. Maybe I could try, but I don't think so. I don't think I naweza kuwa ni stalemate. I can a lot of time and I have a lot of pieces to move. A lot of time and a lot of pieces. And usually whenever you want to be stalemated against the queen, the squares to go for zinakuanga this C, where the bishops zinakuanga in the opening. Those are the mostly the stalemating squares. So don't try kuingia anyway, but that's just I don't know why we played like that. Hakim amekokolea kwa game yako. Yeah, but usually if you want to improve, watch streamers wenye wana explain maybe their moves ama how they play. Hata mimi Hakim ameniokolea especially some openings. You can just watch, I think. But once umefika a certain rating, let's say umefika like 1800, you don't need is extra commentation. Like you can understand the moves behind certain moves. So if I was new to chess, the nini I would recommend ni Hakim. Naweza recommend nani mwingine, watu cheza live waki explain. Pia Gucci, unaweza fuata Gucci pia mimi explain. So you don't float, like you understand why I'm making such moves. But once umefika hapo 1800, you can be able to watch games and you can predict what's happening. And once umefika 2000, now you can even watch the classical games. Najua sometimes it's very annoying trying to watch a classical games, haina commentators, it's a long game, you just get bored. Most people wanataka kuona moves, you just want to see pieces moving. But once umefika 2K, you can appreciate even slower games because you are able to see some of these ideas. So who's winning in this match? White again. How comes Underdog on a shine? Yeah, Gotham Chess is very good pia. Anakuwa na very good explanation. Unajua amehangi rook. So ndo ana realize. So he needs to sack. Not really, but Hawin. No, it's losing. But this is lost. He needs to protect this. And how is he protecting this? Because of this tactic. So the more I may delay, the more I may decide to save it like that. But anampea, I think White was winning. But time. Small the way these high rated players, they're able to find moves within a very short period of time. You have to give up the rook. But it's losing either way. In this position, what will you prefer? What pieces will you prefer? Kumbuka wa black aliweza kufind very good moves. That's why ako hapa piece. That tactic yenye alikuwa na avoid bado imekuja ku work. That's why alisema ange give up a rook when he had the chance. This is just lost. I don't think he can make a comeback. I think that's why ukiangalia most above 2300, most people just resign. Especially hata GMs kwanza niliona they even resign in bullet. Akisha make few mistakes in bullet ana resign. Unashindwa. kwani what kind of mistake enye wanaweza play on. Yeah, this is the designer. Jagen. Acha tuangalia other 20. There's a guy who was 2600. I can't see his game. There's a guy who was 2600. Okay, kuna other games that are ongoing. Should we just watch them? 3 more games that are ongoing. Acha tuangalia. Okay, acha tuangalia this 900. Okay, imeisha. Unaona 900 amepiga 1200. Okay. Acha tuone. Okay, we get our third game. Let's continue. I think we'll play akicheza e4. Do you go for Sicilian or you just continue with the Caro-Kann? Okay, let's stick to our theme. Let's play this Caro-Kann again. Get to see the Totakawa. I'm going to choose Alien Gambit. Okay, I don't think so. So these are book moves. There's no need to over explain these moves. Like easy, they are standards. In most games you'll find them. So this knight inaweza taka kuactivate from this square. So we push because tutako push pawn. So the problem or the reason of pushing a pawn is to disallow this. It's still book moves. So the knight can only come out through this square. So and from this square hata hana a lot of good prospects. I think now we are out of book moves. So says it's just tactics. So we know this is attacking. We can win the knight giving up this bishop, but there's no need of giving up the bishop. So the idea is to reroute this rook to pin. We bring back the bishop to protect the pawn and make this battery. So this battery tutakuwa na easy threats, easy push because tuna trade. Yeah, so and if you can try this. I think you can give him that bishop if I'm right. I think I'm supposed to give him the bishop so that I get to undouble my pawns, and also because otherwise this knight it's a very dangerous piece. Remember what we said about easy knights, in order for you to feel their effect in short range pieces. So we realize this maneuver to protect is the base, and then once we do this, so sahi hata hizi chukua because tutamate. So that threat will always be there, and at a struggle to address that threat, because to notice akipush we are trading, right? If he pushes, you are trading this. So unaona tactics kwa shanza kuform, eh? So is this the time you push? Okay. I think it's time we push. Not really. We push this, push. We go after this. Okay, let's try. I know he has some kind of rook lift, but I'm liking our position. We take, we have to move the rook. Okay, let's get this check. So don't mind giving up anaweza protect that pawn, but by protecting the pawn kuna venye na weaken hii position. So I'm guessing we should push that it does this. Okay, let's try. But tunampea some checks, maybe maybe should not have given him those checks. Okay, the idea, the tactic I'm cooking, I know if he captures, I capture. This move himsaidii because tuna attack twice. So, but I think it's a long shot. We should not be compromising our king for not a direct tactic. You only compromise when you have something. So this move wanna win your piece, but akona hizi entry. Unaona tumeweza compare these tactics, so it's not good for us. Natakam okay, hizi kuja huku for now. This check, yes, that check. Let's compare compromise, you know. So we do this check, we do that. It's not good. Now this rook lift might work. First of all, atachukua hii pawn after check. Yeah. And also if akipata chance achukue hii ni bishop. Yeah, this pawn break, it was uncalled for. So to check, we do this. He move akiweza kuchukua hii knight ata damage our position significantly, and that's what he wants. So I guess we should attack ndio tumpea this trade, because otherwise akichukua hiyo nini ana threaten mate. But if we push atachukua with the bishop, we take check. I think, yeah, we have to play this, otherwise tutakuwa mated, because he's a long way from lifting these rooks. These rooks, I don't see how they are coming to the game. If I get the chance to push, I think I wouldn't mind, because remember that's a passed pawn on e5. So I guess this is what is cooking. Haizi kubali ni pass pawn, so alikuwa na attack hapa twice. But now you see this idea of rook lift, the one we are saying, inakuwa much alive. And remember this side he has a extra pawn. It's going to be a hard end game. Okay, an attack in a right. Do we give him that? Not really. Why should we let him work? Easy moves. It's very annoying. your game. Don't know how he survived. Alikuwa na very good attacking ideas. I think we were getting crushed, especially after we moved that pawn. I think that was a critical moment. We didn't appreciate. So idea, I don't know what we were cooking. I think we were saying this take, but I guess bado iko ina work. Take captures. Okay, maybe ina work because inatupea some tempo, but atakam hivi and then what? Maybe try to pin. Gonna check, gonna lose rook. I don't know what I was seeing with that move. I should not have pushed. I think I pushed that move because sikutaka to spend a lot of time. If I burnt the clock trying to find a play. What was the best move in this situation? So in this situation, I guess first of all unaweza kuja na hii move so that we get to free this. Okay, tupata ion to from Romania, ion tasilivu. Acha tucheze hiyo karakani, imekuwa interesting. At least we see if we go for the exchange. Okay, attack exchange. You can still play this advanced variation. Okay, ataki kuwa pinned with the knight. Oh, you have to play like some French defense in this situation because it's the knight ndio hajataka ikuwe pinned, ndio amecheza that way. Yeah, let's take chukua na knight. Okay, metupea check. I guess we start with this check, but the problem with him is that I trade immediately. Once I do this, I trade immediately. Otherwise, I'm threatening to win a piece. We're going to push. We give you the bishop advantage. Push. Because the bishop iko trapped, unaona yezi end anywhere. But remember, against the Caro-Kann tulisema these central pawns usually is how you want to counter attack the center against the Caro-Kann. So once to undermine this center expansion, hatapata good moves in short. Na to pin some move. Amefanya to waste tempo with that move. Oh, anakam na hii move. Damn, he failed to appreciate. Sheesh. Si tactics zilikuwa zikitupata hivi. this is just so we need to target something. I don't know what. I don't see anything you're targeting. Is there some tactics you're not seeing? Okay, we do this takes to move your queen. Doesn't work. Umeona what I was saying against these central pawns, even though wasn't could destroy, they usually provide very good outposts. So that's why you always want to challenge those pawns. Hii move it ingekuwa possible if I had captured this pawn. I think this is just lost. I think we are just down a piece, but the problem atachukua na rook, forcing some trades. Okay, I think we can try and trap the rook, but itakuwa a bit hard. I don't see how we are trapping this rook, but it's worth a try. So the reason nimechukua hiyo square because I have this, and I might try to do something against this rook. I'm not sure how. But I guess anaweza attack hivi because ana threaten mate, right? I can't move the rook. Can't move the rook. Threaten mate, damn. Let's hit this. Yeah, next game. We're just down a piece in an end game. Try compare at least a hard end game. But I think we should try and save the time. I don't think we can trap this rook. It's going to be a task. And you can't allow two rooks at the back. Is it a mess with our position? I wanted to draw some arrows. Nika hang a piece. Damn. Things zingine sifai ku highlight hata search or anything. Acha tu nicheze kama nimenyamaza. I don't want to spoil this position any further. But there was an arrow I wanted to draw. Currently doesn't have this move because of this take. I think if you trade easy, if you trade enough pawns, I might be onto something. He doesn't want to give me this file, open file. Check. Okay. Going after this. Check and mate. Damn, this mate. So but okay, this guy is not planning anything good. Maybe it's now this time we trade. Yeah, I think I'm some mating threats. The bishop, the knight. Yeah, this is mate. Not really, but it's almost mate. don't know how we are getting out of that. You bishop. Can't escape mate, and you don't have stalemate. Sheesh. If I had tried, if I had won more pawns, I could have held a draw. Remember what we said about the stalemate in square. But this is lost. Yeah, that's. I don't think we'll break our target. We had planned to get 8 out of 11. So far we've played 8 rounds. So even if I win all the remaining 3 games, I don't think we'll get to break our record of 8 out of 11. The most I've won out of this tournament is 7 games. But remember, the last week game, I think 2 of the games the website was down. I don't know what happened. Sikuweza kucheza. So this tournament we are going to play all the 11 games. Yeah, we should have gotten 8 games. Now I think we can just relax. I don't think tutapatana na the 2000 I don't think we'll get to play the 2500s or even a 2000. I don't think. From here on, I think all the people tutapatana ni our 1400. Push. Let's go for these complicated positions. King's Indian. So this is usually the move. Tako to pin. That's is a plan. This is a tactic. If he doesn't play this move, but it's the only move that makes sense. So I guess our tactic won't work. So I guess we have to add additional protection, and also okay, does it still work? Yeah, it works. Anaweza chukua this pawn. Tumegambit a pawn, right? We are a bit slow. This for free. I could try this move. We pin. or yeah, we pin. Which way are we pinning? This way, or he has this. Oh, Desperado is the way. Okay. We get Desperado the bishop, but it doesn't work. Let's just take with the rook. Okay, hizi ma tactics tuna hang ish zimekuwa too much. Inakuwa too much. I think I'm a miss tactic. So to do this a fork, but let's go for it. Kuna lazy moves, but I think we'll just take. So again anakubali kuingia kwa another discovery. Okay, this is what is aiming. But once we discover you, damn, itachukua a lot. Is there any better discovery other than that? Because tuna notice but it's still under attack. Can we do this? Check. We just go back. Trade. Not really. You might have to drop a piece. The problem with that variation, I'm dropping a piece, so that's why sijafurahia this piece. I guess tuna hiti and okay, this would have been a good move if you are not losing pawns. I think we have to hit a bishop. Take my bishop and take your bishop. Okay. Take this. What? Hizi tu ni ma tactics. So none of the way I'm very slow in tactics. Hope to see you at 2K. Oh, Nedfala, you're already 2000. Yeah, 2000 we'll be back at 2000. Give us time. I think tumecheza some chess marathons. Because the thing with us, whenever tuko under tilt, we don't stop playing, we just continue. We like to play through tilts to know how low we can get. Actually, the last time nilicheza blitz, I think the lowest I've been since I started streaming. Oh, maybe this year, maybe this year. This year, I think I've reached 1700. Yeah, 1700. But that was some serious tilt. I went from 2000 to 1700. So you can imagine. And of course, you can certainly lose all the games continuously. But losing 300 delos, some serious tilt. Who's better in this position, white or black? It's white, gonna extra pawn, but black has the tempo. Gonna back rank threats. Why not go bishop f1? Oh, what's wrong with bishop f1? Push pawn. Push f3, f4. Oh, but it's at time pressure. Oh, they're playing under time pressure, so I guess it doesn't count. Which other game is ongoing up? Oh, this guy Jagan, the guy that beat us after he blundered an exchange. Jagan. I'm surprisingly I may win only 2 games after that. Since you played this guy and hey, basi inaonekana pia ameingia tilt because tulimwacha with 4 points game 2. So out of all the games, I may lose more games than we have. And it looks like black is winning again with the passed pawn. Again, I'm going to lose another game. GG's. This thing is brutal, man. Gonzaleto. 3 rounds are remaining. Chat on these underdogs. 1600 on that game. Yeah, 1 game that is remaining. It's a drawn game if you don't blunder. Even if you blunder, I don't think you can be mated the remaining time. So you can just make random moves. Just remove all your moves, white. So in this situation, whenever you see point 2, because even if you hang the rook, it's impossible to be checkmated with the point 2. So the worst you can get is a draw. Kuja kuona flagging skills. It is better for you to make random moves, especially with only the king, because you know your king is going to be checked. I think I've faced this line before. Gambiting a pawn, and I think we should capture that pawn. Let's see. Let him prove how he's going to recover back the material. Let's take. We see how black is going to punish our greediness. Because remember, if he fails to get back those 2 pawns, he'll just have a worse end game. And I don't see anything he's doing to challenge those pawns. I think you are just better in this position. You should not have allowed me to castle. think this dean is overextended. I wanted to play this to trade bishops. Don't know if, but that knight on c3 will be overloaded. It has so many rolls. So remember the tactic against this fianchetted piece. Okay, this move is coming. Let's not allow it. We can do this first before trading bishops. We're always going to move that. I guess I can move, trying to win pieces, or I don't know, pawns. Okay, now we hit the queen. Where is the queen going? Or you can also just do this and this. Or okay, let's try this. We can always undo our moves. And then now I was thinking we give him this. Okay, but wait, if we give him this, are you giving him this option? Yep. So let's go back. Yeah, we don't mind that. It's covered. Hit your bishop. Why are you roaming? Why are you roaming? Why are you roaming? We go back. You're going to repeat moves. Can I move? But you don't mind trading. So this knight at some point it must participate. Okay, I guess we are happy to trade, because remember we were up 2 pawns when we started this. But I guess I unaweza cheza hii move. Yeah, but we'll happily give you that rook. We will happily give you that rook. Yeah, time. Why am I playing like this? Nimesahau tuko under time pressure, right? Hadi nishasahau. I think he's really trying to win a pawn, but tuko a bit slow. The way we are playing, tuko a bit slow, trying to hold on everything. He doesn't want us to trade those because on a weekend is king. Okay, nilikuwa nasema I'll be happy to give him the. Okay, but still a good move either way. So what you have to do is to prevent him from pushing this. But this is a move. Okay, let's not hurry that move. We're going to play it at a certain point. You've really tried. We hit this. chukua hiyo pawn, take the pawn. It's not as free as you think. So this is the move, but we can ignore and capture, I think, because you can't capture this rook still. Options, commissioner. I don't think we can trade the Nini quite yet, but this is a target. You know, can't move this knight because you are taking a rook. So at some point to expect to move. Okay, can you do this now? So that, because you'll get a pass pawn. Remember, this pawn is going to be lost either way. So I'll rather we trade it like this and get a pass pawn in exchange. Okay, let's trade. Okay, this end game, I don't know about it. Chukua na rook. With the remaining time, I think I might be on to something. Ulitupia pass pawn, we defend. Oh, kuna hizi mambo za ku perpetual eh? Kuna hizi mambo za perpetual. Okay, we do this. Okay, do this. Too much. Na vile mtu jimate. Nilijua hizi perpetuals, they are always there. Nanapo +5, how? +5 for a draw. Yeah, hii game, I don't think hii tournament haven't performed as expected. We should have more points. Oh, Nedfala Labs. Leo hakuna music. Yeah, leo hakuna music mkuu. Oh, uko 900. Yeah, 900 bado uko sawa. Nimecheza some few 900s. Kile una need kufanya maybe ni kuivisha tactics, because umeona tactics is what is winning the game. Actually hata 90, hata basically all throughout tactics. Hii game now I think tujibambe hii. Tumekuwa tukilose. I think tumebakisha how many games? Let's play. Okay, tucheze Karukan. Kwa kucheza a sharper game, but kidogo umeona tactics siko sawa on tactics. So we get the extra pawn. Okay, so that's a move. We don't want to go back. Your bishop is coming. Essentially, we might have to undo our move because of that queen, or move the king. because he move anaingia na bishop. Tutoke na queen. We might have to delay this knight because bishop itaingia huku. So I guess do we go for the complication? Okay, acha tuende complications. We are spending a lot of time. Wacha kuja na hii move pia si tutoke na queen. And then tumwambie you have to decide. Okay, natupea chance ya kumove knight, of which we didn't have. Tuna hiti kwanza. I really don't want to move this knight because ina cover some essential squares, so I'm not sure I really want to move it. But say tunaweka pressure, extra pressure. Probably now the bishop, tutoke na hii design, tutakuwa na two weaknesses, right? We are hitting this, you are hitting this. You can defend both. So kwa some of this knight, it's a bit crucial because ina take away these squares za his bishop. So that's why to may delay moving this knight. So for now we are hitting two pieces. I think I may to pair this pawn. We don't mind gaining the extra pawn. In this position, come to think of it, I think I might also castle on the opposite side, but we'll see. So to suck. Okay, let him suck the suck. He'll be very happy. He'll be very happy for your suck. You're not sucking on top work. Okay, I'm going to open his center. I'm not sure I want to open it. Push. Tunampata hizi squares. Okay, wacha ingie, but naona kama anapata some very good counterplay, but I don't want to give him this rook this access. Hii rook itakuja na very good access, like we are not ready to give up. Maybe after this move, I don't know, so we have to move like this, and we can open up the G file actually. And yeah, once we play this move, so we just open up the G file. Anataka ni come up because of this suck. Now it works. And if I take, a very good diagonal. We can't move because of drop. Okay, yeah, it's protected, but if we move, I think atachukua take with check. Hatuna hii protection, right? So we are forced to take. Anyway, since we said we are not going to castle on that side, we don't mind opening up this G file. Yeah, we don't mind opening up that G file. Let's do it. Just do it. hatukuwa tumeona hiyo move. It's a very strong move. Shit. Sheesh. Push, tunachukuliwa the check. This is bad. This is bad. Tumpatia worse version of us, eh? Okay, chukua rook. Tumpatia a lot, but I think it was the only move. Game, I think I can exit the tournament. It's only one. Oh, this was the last round, eh? Tumekuwa bit rusty. The round is still going. Okay, let's see the. Let me adjust. Let me adjust this so that you can see what I'm seeing. I'm just going through the standings. We had a good start, but continuation inakuwa a bit lacking. So for 50 players have joined the tournament. So if you look at the standings, is it clear money? Just so this is a very good tournament. At least inakwanga na a lot of strong participation. So if you play tournaments on chess.com, you should think of joining this Untitled Tuesday. Inakwanga it's one of the tournament at least you get to play stronger players. But unfortunately squeezy imekuwa with a lot of people wenye hukuja ku sandbag, cheaters. Like unaona this guy 10.5 out of 11, 2200. Okay, 2200 I think anaweza, it's not suspicious. Yeah, so this is the participation. Kuna this 7.5, 1500. Okay, pia iko ina make sense 1500. But at some point there are some people walikuwa unapata a guy is rated 1300 na kona 10 amewin na 9 games. Hiyo nayo inakuwa a bit suspicious. So you can see hapa haina a lot of fake accounts. These are real players. So you can see from position 1 to, let's say, position 100. Position, okay, tumemaliza position 79 with 5.5. So position 1 out of 100, unaona kuna a lot of participation, eh? Yeah, I think this is one of our worst performance we've had. Normally we get 6 points for a bad show, and but most of the time we get 7 points. Yeah, so you can see the standings. Which account inakaa suspicious? I don't see. I think the